Hello, everyone. I'm joined in this video by Jeff Johnson. Jeff has been a Babel-Tech client for, I think, about 8 months now. Is that right, Jeff?
Yeah.
So I asked Jeff if he would share a few words about his experience from using the Babel-Tech platform so far. So Jeff, can you just give us a quick introduction of who you are, where you are in the world?
Well, I'm an online independent teacher. I'm situated right now in Ottawa, Canada. Recently moved here from Montreal and away from a bricks and mortar school and into online teaching.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us, what was your situation before you started working with Babel-Tech? What was your status at that point?
I was about 6 months in to starting my own online teaching business. I had about 7 or 8 students, which I had gotten organically from a Facebook student page that I had, and I wanted to grow the business a little further. I realized that this organic method would stall out a little bit, and I just needed to up the game and have more of an online presence and begin a different style of marketing. Yeah.
Sure. And so what was your goal? Like, what was your thinking at that point about what you wanted to achieve in the future?
Well, at the time I was 60 years old, and I was thinking ahead to where I wanted to be when I was 65 and ready for retirement, and what I was going to do with the next 5 years. And that's when I decided I would spend the next 5 years growing this business. I did have a long-term strategy, and the goal is to retire comfortably with a part-time job to supplement all the extra income that comes when you get old enough to receive it. Yeah.
And so what obstacles were you encountering at that point? What obstacles did you feel were stopping you from getting to where you wanted to be?
Well, I think I had a good long-term plan. I was able to teach online. I knew that now, and I knew I had the ability and the skills to teach online effectively and to connect with students, but I didn't have the online marketing knowledge to really grow the business going forward. And that's where I really had to develop some more ideas and knowledge in the technology side of things, and just getting a good online presence. Yeah.
So why did you contact Babel-Tech? How did we connect?
Well, the first thing I thought of when it came to marketing online was I had to have some kind of presence online. And for me, the idea was just be a website, like basically an online storefront where people would visit me and buy my services or book lessons with me. It turned out to be a lot more than that, but that's initially what I thought I was getting into.
Mm-hmm. And so how has Babel-Tech been able to help you achieve your goals so far?
Well, it's definitely provided that online presence. But it's been a lot more than that, because I've started running Facebook ads and needing landing pages and having opt-ins,
right.
And having group courses now,
right.
And being able to have a number of pages like that has been really helpful. But one of the things that most recently has been most helpful is the way that it looks after managing my appointments and being able to book appointments. I've been booking assessment and consultations, and by doing it through the website, the way that it automatically lets me know I have an appointment and connects it with Zoom and automatically, and having my email service provider connected with it, all of that connected to one place was more than I imagined it would ever be. But that has been such a great benefit for for going forward. Really, that's and to be able for me to be able to do that is really incredible when you think of my tech savviness.
You've come a long way.
Yeah, yeah, and I think I mentioned this to you before, is that it was enough for me to feel like I was really learning, and it was important for me to learn these things, but it was also enough for me not to have to learn so much. And the support that came with it, that's what made the difference, because if everything was just provided for me, I wouldn't know how to manage it. And it was just the perfect balance of putting everything together that has worked out really well for me.
So you feel empowered in a way that you've acquired new skills, and you feel confident about managing your own business without relying too heavily on tech support.
Definitely, and one of my greatest fears about technology and trying to automate everything is that it would be too complicated or too complex. But actually, it's really simplified things for me in my overall business, and that's what I appreciate the most, is how all this automation and technology has really, and especially with my website and BabelTech, has simplified things going forward. Yeah.
So you came looking for a website, but you ended up with like a complete business process, all smoothly automated for you.
Really, a business management system. It's a really good system for managing so much of my business, and that's what I have really appreciated most about it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the actual like concrete results that you've been able to get so far then. So you've mentioned to me about your email marketing list, which is it's putting me to shame, actually, the way it's growing so fast. So.
Well, in 3 months, my email list went from 0 to 350.
Yeah.
I recently did a challenge with 190 participants signed up. I'm now teaching far more than I expected to teach, but with group classes, not just individual private lessons. I was able, one of the benefits of my website, it's almost like a resume or a CV. And I recently got a contract with a company, a plastics company, that wanted their employees to learn English, and that
Awesome.
came as a result of them looking at my website and seeing the testimonials and seeing the professionalism of it, and that really helped me land that contract.
Yeah. If you can get a B2B client, that's gold. I think that's really going to set you up.
Yeah, and I guess at the moment, like, so when I started with BabelTech, let's put it, if I had 8 or 9 students, now I'm managing 40 students.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's kind of and that's why the management part, managing schedules and everything is so important. Yeah.
So you'd really struggle to manage that many students if you didn't have like some sort of process in place, a funnel
Exactly.
process.
Yeah.
Some sort of way of organizing your time and getting your clients through that funnel.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, so finally then, what would you say to anyone who's considering working with BabelTech?
Just what I've mentioned, especially if you're starting as an independent online teacher and you're just starting out, you may be like me and you really don't know what you're getting yourself into. And there are probably lots of places where you could set up a storefront website, like what I thought was all I would end up needing. But you'll find as you develop your business, you need a lot more. And BabelTech provides that. It really does. And the support from you when things arise that I just are just a little beyond me. And that's what I would really recommend Babel Tech to, and I do recommend you often. That's
I know you do. All right. Well, thanks, Jeff. Thanks very much for your comments.
well, thank you for everything that you've helped me with too.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.